Americans moving to Spain in record numbers. What is all of this about? It is because of Trump? It is because of Joe Biden? Is it because of, well, really, it's nothing new. This has been going on for a while. This is from 2023. Here's why more Americans are leaving the US and moving to Spain. This is more recent. This is from 2025, but Americans are moving to Spain in droves, and one expert says it's very sad to see. Well, that's a topic for today's video. Folks, as always, if you want to learn more about survival and preparedness, you're in the right place. Subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more of these videos, and this is very much linked to what I promised in the previous video about getting ready for a recession, getting ready for an economic crisis, a full-blown economic collapse. And I'm starting from the bottom here, which is get out of the country. That is maybe the last resort, maybe the more dramatic one. But as you see, it is something that many Americans are doing right now already. Folks, if you want to learn more about all of this stuff, specifically about the economic aspect of preparedness, I strongly suggest you get my book regarding this, based on my experience going through just this in Argentina, Surviving the Economic Collapse. Over 1,200 reviews in Amazon, yes, and people very happy with it, as well as Street Survival Skills. Books that will help you get a lot better prepared. We're talking here about people that have decided to leave the United States behind. And for a lot of folks out there, oh, you fucking traitor, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let me tell you a few things. These people make a lot of sense. When you listen to what they say, there's a few things in common. Many of these folks will tell you the following. One of the things they say all the time, and I didn't even prepare this because I've been seeing this so much, and this is a video I wanted to do for so long because I've been following many of the expat chat. You're basically an immigrant somewhere else. Expat is a fancy word for immigrants when it's the other way around, right? When it's someone else coming to your country, he's an immigrant. When you go to someone else's country, you're a damn expat. Okay. Safety. I just feel safer. I'm not worried. There's going to be people that will make this all about politics. Oh, yeah, because again, this is from 2023, man. This isn't something, oh, but because of, so they feel safer. A lot of people will mention money. A lot of people will say it's cheaper. It is a lot cheaper, right? So you have to pay for things that, many people will say, oh, but you have higher taxes here and there and whatnot. But they will also mention immediately after that, but it is a lot cheaper at the end of the day because my healthcare insurance is a lot cheaper. Pretty much everything else is a lot cheaper, right? Even if you have kids, education, going to university, all of that is even a lot cheaper. I'm not even talking about being a citizen where it can be pretty much downright free, right? I'm talking about if you have to pay out of your pocket as an immigrant, it is still considerably cheaper, okay? And if you do this as a digital nomad kind of thing, and you're basically having the same as everyone else. The video I did about this woman that was treated in Spain for some accident that she had, she mentioned the Social Security that every worker has. It's just as every other citizen in the country. And that is a lot cheaper than healthcare in the United States. That is another big one. The third thing they mention all the time is going to be food. Food is much better, tastier, not only that, healthier. There's a channel of a guy that he said he moved to Spain with a bunch of pills for his stomach illness thing. He just didn't feel, he would take pills after each meal basically, and then he realized that after a few weeks he doesn't need them anymore. This guy living in the United States all of his life, taking medication for gastric intestine stuff, he moves to Spain and he's not taking any of that anymore. Why? Because his food is different. It is so much that case that people notice it right away. And if you go down this rabbit hole and you start reading about the ingredients, you will find that the list of ingredients in the average American food product that you buy in a store, it is probably 3, 4, 5 times longer than the one you find in most of Europe. In Europe, it's going to be, flour, sugar, this, that, maybe something else, some preservative of some kind but it's usually going to be super short. And then you can go directly into what's called bio, which is, the organic stuff. you have that with a very specific label for all the European Union, and the price is really not all that different. It's just usually a little bit more than that, but it's not like, oh yeah, I'm eating like a Hollywood actor. No, it is very much affordable. This is something that they all mention, food being much better, much cheaper, along with pretty much everything else. The cost of living is considerably cheaper. Final point that you see people mention all the time is lifestyle, in terms of not working to live, but living to, not living to work, but working to just live. And there's a lot of holidays, and there's a lot of festivities and traditions and things. And yeah, but there's also different. I was watching some of the parades for Easter. In places like Spain, Easter is not about a freaking Easter bunny. You don't see a single Easter bunny. You know what you see? Military parades carrying around a damn cross. That's what you see a lot of. So there's the religion aspect, there's the tradition, and also the easygoing lifestyle, which at times it can piss people off. Oh, what? You don't have like supermarkets open on Sundays? No, because people are. It's Sunday. No one will work on Sunday, or very few people do. It is going to be limited, maybe gas stations and very much little else. There's really not much open on a Sunday. Oh, but that is very inconvenient. Well, I mean, you have Saturday and you have the rest of the week, but I can't do that during the week. Why not? Because I'm working. Well, the thing is that a lot of people in these places, they work as much, and you can look this up. You don't have to trust me. Look it up yourselves. How much people work per week, and it's really not all that different. The thing is, it is not something that consumes their life. So the moment you're out of your job, you're out of your job, right? If it's up to 5 p.m., you stop working and you go about your business. 6 p.m., you start working and you go about your business, you have time. I have to do whatever. Well, it's fairly common to say, hey, guys, I need to go to do some stuff. I'll be back in an hour. You know what? Usually people will not have an issue. That is also something that it transfers to a number of other aspects of the work life, like the amount of days you get of holidays. It is going to be considerably more. Not only the holidays, but the amount of days that you have, like festivity and holidays that are not even part. It is a lot more. It is fairly common. And the vibe in general is a lot more chill of, oh, you have to work, you have to work and you do your job and that's basically it. Then you live. That is something that a lot of people mention and they definitely do appreciate. If they do get into that vibe and if that's what they want to do. If you expect everything to be exactly as it is back home, like that woman that I showed you folks in a video about, why is it that I cannot buy the, well, because you're not in the United States anymore, honey. It is different, right? So yeah, that's the crazy part. If you want to go buy McDonald's or Kentucky Fried Chicken or whatever, you find those things, But it's just that people don't opt for them. People don't want to buy them. You have much better alternatives around. And maybe last little thing that I will say, there's a lot more of a culture of being outside, of walking a lot more. Because you don't want to walk. You leave your car. You prefer to walk. Often you even prefer to take a train, which is efficient, works, it's neat, it's clean, it's fine, and you're not driving all day long. You're not sitting on your ass all day long, commuting all the time, All of these things work towards a lifestyle that a lot of people appreciate. So all of these reasons are why you see this happening, okay? And this point specifically is my more in-depth video of the point number 6 of the video that I did about preparing for a crisis, which is getting out of the country entirely. You're not making enough money wherever you are for the kind of life that you want to have. Maybe it's something you consider doing. I don't think it's the same level as what you see in what we saw in Argentina, what you see in places like Venezuela. But I will say right now, there is a number of Americans that are opting to leave the United States because of the reasons I just mentioned. And there's a lot of them that if you go around on YouTube and you see the expat, community, you see people that are very happy with the decision they make. This is extremely personal. I've done this more than once, so I know what I'm talking about. I don't judge anyone. I know everyone is their own world, their own experience. You cannot judge people for what they do when it comes to this. It is always going to be different. Do you have kids? What is that you want for your life? What is that you want for your family? What kind of lifestyle do you want? What are your objectives in life? Do you even have them, or you just want to have a better quality of life overall? Or no, what I really want to do really requires me to be in the United States. Oh, I'm never leaving. I have a lot of family. We have a family business. We're doing great. I never even thought of doing any of this. I would still suggest what I explained in that video, and you'll have the link for that video at the end of this one, which is still role play the possibility. You don't have to do anything. You only have to use this thing right here, which, as far as last time I checked, it's not going to cost you anything, and it's actually quite healthy to use it more often. Where would you go if you have to leave? I have no idea. Okay, where would you go? Mexico, Canada, Spain, Italy, France? Where? Where would you go if you have to leave right now? Somewhere that you've been to before, something you've been on holidays. Role playing that thing is, at the very least, it's a nice, healthy mental exercise. Worst case scenario, it is putting you ahead of the curve at a worst possible moment. Guys, see you on the next one. Take care.